Hey everyone, it's Jess. Today I wanted to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart, which is finding things to do to make you happy when you are alone. Now, I am happily married and David and I have lived together for a number of years now, but there are a lot of times where I find myself alone, and a lot of times in the past when my mental health hasn't been as strong as it is now, that has been like completely soul crushing for me. And I used to have a really hard time finding things to do in order to occupy the time until someone came home or I found someone to hang out with in order to bring me happiness. But I think it's super important to bring your own happiness into your life. Even when you're spending time alone, I feel like that there's a lot of things to do that will make you happy. So I wanted to go over a couple of the things that I do whenever I'm alone, and I actually get really excited for the times that I'm alone, so I'm actually able to do these things on a regular basis. So here are 7 things that I do when I am alone that bring me tons and tons of happiness. The first thing that I do is meditate. Meditation brings me a lot of joy, it brings me a lot of clarity in my life, and it helps me with the rest of the things that I'm doing in that day in order to focus on them. I love meditating. I especially love meditating outside when the weather's nice. I just feel like it's something that everyone should be doing because it brings so much happiness, so much focus, so much clarity, and it just makes everything in my life so much easier to tackle. Another thing that I do when I'm alone is I start organizing or decluttering my space. I particularly like this one because there is a very concrete end result whenever I spend time decluttering or organizing a space. And when I'm alone, there are no distractions, so I'm able to completely focus on the task at hand and get it completely done instead of just doing it halfway, and then I'm able to reap the benefits when it's done and I have a nice, clean, organized space afterwards. The third one is moving. I love walking, running, biking somewhere new whenever I am alone. I love taking the opportunity to get to know my surroundings a little bit more, and again, when I'm alone there are no distractions, so I love getting outside and moving by walking, running, biking, or driving somewhere and then hiking somewhere after that. I really love exploring new spaces when I'm alone because I'm able to completely take them in myself without any distractions from anyone else. The fourth one is reading, especially outside. I do a lot of reading on my own anyway, but whenever I'm alone and the weather's nice, I really try to take the opportunity to go outside and spend an hour or two in the sun or even in the shade just hanging out and reading a new book, especially a new book that I've never read before. I love doing that when I'm alone. Number 5 is try something new. Try to learn something new, try to experience something new. I, within the last year, have gotten a piano in the house, gifted to me by my lovely husband. I've been spending a lot of the time that I spend by myself trying to learn how to play the piano, and I absolutely love it. It brings me just this sense of calm that I really don't get pretty much anywhere else in my life. And it just makes me really excited for the times that I'm by myself so I can focus on that. And especially since I'm learning, it makes me feel less self-conscious by like not playing a song correctly or anything like that when I'm by myself because I'm not performing for anybody. Something that I really like to do by myself too. Number 6 is to create, to do art or write or photography, anything creative that brings you joy. I definitely think that this is super important for anyone's happiness and mental health. Tapping into that creative mind is so vitally important to me in order to maintain my happiness. I just like to put on some music and to pour myself a glass of wine and just see what I create, and I absolutely love it. And the last one that I do when I'm by myself is I try to explore new affirmation. I'm a planner just by nature, so making lists is something that I really enjoy doing, and I guess I would lump that into this category too of affirmations or self-help or anything like that. I love internally focusing on the things that I want to work on and the things that I want to work towards, and then just finding different phrases or things that I can keep with me in order to encourage me to achieve those goals. For me at least, this is definitely not something that I can do with other people around. I really am only able to either from something as simple as planning out my day to planning out my next 5 years. I really have to do it by myself. Unless it pertains to my husband David, then we'll do it together, but most of the time they are revolving around me because I am my number one cheerleader, and if I am not in check, then the rest of my life is not going to be in check either. So I really try to take time when I am by myself to focus on what I want for my life and for my mental health and for my happiness and my goals and things like that, and writing them down in a journal where I'm able to see them whenever I want to. So that's it. This is a really quick, simple video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Now that I'm at a much better point in my life, I'm able to know how important spending time alone is, at least for me, because I'm able to prove to myself that I am enough for me and I don't need to rely on other people for my happiness. Thank you so much for watching. I come out with new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. Let me know down in the comments what you do by yourself and what you find encouraging to do by yourself. That's all for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!